This video is all about moving between the 5 different shapes. This includes transcriptions of master players, practice tips, and will end with improvising, where you get to trade with me and practice moving between all 5 shapes in a musical way. Let's get into it. First, we'll look at some transcriptions of John Scofield, Borelli Legreen, and James Muller and how they move between the shapes. Here is John Scofield moving between shapes 3, 4, and 5. Here is Borelli Legreen moving between shapes 3, 4, and 5. And here is James Muller moving between shapes 1 and 2. And now I'll play each one slowly for you. First, the John Scofield example, which moves between shapes 3, 4, and 5. These shapes. In the key of A minor. And he is only using the high E string, but he's moving between those positions, and you should be able to visualize it that way. Let me play it again. And one time fast. Next is Borelli Legreen in E minor. Here's what it sounds like slowly. And this is also between positions 3, 4, and 5, but in the key of E minor. So position 3, 4, and 5. Let me play it again. And one time fast. And the final one is James Muller in the key of C minor. Here it is slowly. And this is the simplest. It only moves between shape number 1 in the key of C minor and shape number 2. And it's just on the top 2 strings. Here it is again. And here it is faster. Next, I'm going to share 2 common practice guitaristic techniques to move between the positions, and these are so common that they're not credited to one specific player. Let me show you the first one. It's called the 2-note slide, which sounds like this. Now for this, I'm in the key of A minor and I'm starting in shape number 5, and you literally do 2 notes, go to the next string, do another 2 notes, and then slide. And then you repeat that same pattern 2 more times. And you can do this in different positions, but this is the most common. From shape number 5 to 1, from shape number 1 to shape number 2, and from shape number 2 to shape number 3. Another super common one is sliding between the 4 and the 5 of a key, in this case A minor. I'm sliding from the 4th, D, up to E, which is the 5th, and then back down from E to D. And this is going between shape number 1 and shape number 2. You could go into shape number 2 or back into shape number 1. And that's a super common one. Again, you could do it in different positions, but I'm just demoing it in one position for you here. The next suggestion is to check out video number 1 in this series if you haven't already. I talk about note grouping. So instead of 2 notes per string, I do different combinations of 1, 2, and 3 notes per string for the pentatonics. And that obviously gets you moving between the different shapes because you're playing them in a different way. I'm going to drop a link to that below if you haven't checked it out already. Before getting into improvising, where you're going to get to trade with me, I'm going to give some basic advice on how to practice these shapes so that you get comfortable moving between the positions across the fretboard. Other than just learning the 5 different shapes, something that I love to do is to play across the entire range of the instrument and go up one shape and down the other. Here is an example in the key of A minor. I'm going to start in box shape number 5. And I'm going up and going straight into box shape number 1, but down the scale. Then up box shape number 2. Down box shape number 3. Up box shape number 4. Down box shape number 5, and we're going to continue because we have more frets left. Up box shape number 1, and I can do one more down box shape number 2. And you can also descend, so up box shape number 1, down box shape number 5, up box shape number 4, down box shape number 3, up box shape number 1, box shape number 2, and down box shape number 1. And you could continue up box shape number 5. If you really wanted, you could do box shape number 4 with open strings. So again, to summarize, you pick a key and you play from the lowest possible note, whatever shape that is, to the highest possible note, and you go up one shape and down the next, and you go ascending and descending. Now, ideally, you should do this in all 12 keys, and you should do it with a metronome and do different subdivisions. So you could start with just eighth notes and triplets. Now we're going to make some music with the different shapes. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to play a backing track, Sunny by Bobby Hebb, in A minor, and I'm going to guide you through all of the different shapes, starting with the 5th shape here, and starting with trading 4s with me. I'll then guide you through trading 2s, and we're slowly going to move through all 5 shapes and then improvise freely, incorporating all 5 shapes. Here we go. We're going to trade 4s with shape number 5. Your turn. Now shape number 1. Your turn. Now let's trade 2s. I'm going to do shape number 2. Your turn. Shape number 3. Shape number 4. And shape number 5. Your turn. Now let's move freely between all 5 shapes. Your turn. We're back to trading 4s. Let's try the 2-note slide. That was with triplets. Your turn. And now the 4 to 5. Your turn. And that concludes this lesson on moving between the shapes. We covered transcriptions of master players, common practice position shifts, different note groupings, basic practice tips for beginners, and ended with some improvising moving between all shapes in the key of A minor. If you learned something today, please like, subscribe, and comment. It really supports the channel. If you want a free download of the backing track that we jammed on today, there's a link to that below. And I'm also working on a book. Depending on when you watch this video, you'll either see a link to that book below or my mailing list so that you can be the first to know when it is released. Thank you for watching. Happy guitar playing, and I'll see you next time.